Hey guys, what's up? Dimitri here. Welcome back to my channel. So I've been getting a few questions about the 2SWIFT board, and specifically a few questions about how to actually engage the board to get it to start moving and to start riding. There's been a few videos put out on YouTube already, and quite a few I think by the company themselves at 2SWIFT about how to get onto the board and how to get moving in a safe manner. And I pretty much watched all those videos, and I think that they're good, but I think there is a better, simpler way to explain how to get onto your 2SWIFT and how to get on it safely and confidently. Oh, and by the way, if you're a beginner or you don't feel sure in your riding abilities, be sure to wear a helmet if you so choose. All right, let's get back to the video. So basically, this is a very, very small tip right here, right? What you want to do is, contra to the advice that you may have seen on other YouTube videos where people tell you that you have to get the board moving at a good enough speed and then put your back foot on the board. I don't think that's the safest advice. I don't think that's the best advice as far as, technique and comfortability factor is concerned. What I've personally found is this. This is the whole trick, right? Check it out. When you get on your 2SWIFT, okay, similar to a snowboard here, when you get on your 2SWIFT, what you want to do is, obviously, you have your front foot on the board. In this case, I am a regular rider. I ride with my left foot forward, but that doesn't really matter for purposes of this video. Once you get your back foot on the board, what you want to do is put the back foot on the board really heavy, like stomp that foot down on the board so that you're not shaky once you actually engage the motor and start going. What you don't want to do is basically have the board start moving and then just kind of like try to move along with the board. That doesn't really tend to work, at least in my experience. What works a lot better is basically to just get the board moving. You don't even have to move fast at this point, but you just want to get the board moving. And by the way, I suggest doing this going laterally across a hill or a slope. I'm actually on a very kind of low-grade slope right now, but if you're a beginner, I don't suggest going down the slope. I suggest going across the slope until you get comfortable with doing this, all right? So again, what you want to do is you're going across the slope, pushing forward with your front foot, and then watch what I'm going to do with my back foot. I'm going to pick up my back foot, I'm going to engage the motor very slightly, but most important, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stomp my back foot down hard on the board so that my foot and the board is in contact. And what that then does is that it levels out the board on the riding surface so you feel more connected with riding the board. All right, let me show you right now. Here's a demonstration. Let's go. Hop. There we go. And you're on. You're off and riding. All right, let me just come up the hill here one more time, turn it around, look over my shoulder, work on that technique aspect right there, bam. All right, let me show you one more time how I do this. Disembark, all right? So look, front foot is on the board, right? And I'm just moving my board very, very slowly and gently. And at this point, the board is very wobbly, right? Because I only have one foot on the board. So the board is very wobbly. Once I put my second foot, my back foot on the board, I'm going to, in my head, intentionally, I'm going to use that back foot to really stabilize the board and give myself a nice stable platform to ride on. And again, I stabilize that board by putting pressure, a good amount of pressure on my back foot so that the board becomes stabilized and it's easier to feel level and ride off. So one more time, demonstration, here we go. Watch my back foot. All right, one more time just for good measure. Again, pay attention to my back foot And I encourage you, if you're struggling with getting on the 2SWIFT and feeling stable once you get on, that's kind of like, for a lot of people, a lot of beginners, that's a real vulnerability point. Really try to incorporate this technique into your riding and practice it, and I guarantee you, you're gonna feel a lot more stable and comfortable with riding your 2SWIFT. So again, watch my back foot, pay attention to what I'm doing, and again, just apply pressure. Put pressure on that back foot. All right, here we go, watch. So I stomped on the board with my back foot, and I immediately put pressure on it to stabilize the board. And now I'm up and riding. Everything is good. It's about 30 degrees outside here in New York, but the sun is out, so it's all good. Had a little bit of time on my hands. I decided to make this instructional video for you guys. If you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, all that stuff, and let's go for a quick ride. Phew. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, guys, I've recently become an ambassador for this brand, for 2SWIFT. So if you're interested in picking up a 2SWIFT board for yourself, I have an affiliate link, and I'm gonna leave that affiliate link down below in the description of this video. So if you click on that link, you can pick yourself up a 2SWIFT for a really good deal. I think they're offering like 10 or 15% off with my affiliate link, which again you'll find down below in the video description. And if you have any questions about this board or about riding in general, feel free to comment, let me know. I'll be happy to answer all questions. And if you want to ride, if you're in my area, drop me a line as well. Be happy to ride with you.